Let your mind come back to the body. And be present. Know this body as a friend rather than something belong to us. When we look at this body as something not belong to us, then we will respect will be humble to this body. Be a humble knower rather than a manager. And let this body be free. This body is breathing freely. And remind yourself, don't interfere. Just return this body back to the nature. And you are just a witness to this body. Look at this breathing, but be aware of the mind. Keep this mind gentle and still. And you don't need to go into the breath. You just stay at the middle. The middle means you are not going forward or drawing backward. Going forward means craving, and going backward means aversion. In both cases, you are interfering the breath. Or as a simile, just let this mind stay at home when you are knowing the breath. You just stay comfortably at home. You don't need to go outside. If you go into the breath, then you're going outside from the home. Your mind just sit still, and the feeling of breathing comes to you. You don't need to go to look for it. The breathing will come to you, come just in front of your face, and you just know. It is not the physical face. I mean, in front of the face of the mind. The mind is the knower, and the breathing will come to the front of the mind. And you can simply know passively. Simply know the breathing while your mind is completely still. The mind does not need to go to look for the breath. It just sit here. The mind is staying at a home with 6 doors. These are the 6 sense doors. and all the feelings, including the breathing, is outside the door. When the mind is knowing, it doesn't need to go outside. Just sit here. It just sits still and be aware of the desire to go outside. Meditation is all about pacifying the mind, not the breath. But when this mind stops interfering this body and the brain, then this body will be peaceful naturally. And our only work in meditation is just to let this mind sit still and relaxed. The breath will come to you. You don't need to bother to look for it. And when you are sitting at home and you will not interfere those things outside the doors. Keep the mind sitting still and wait. If you are skillful enough to identify the mind and don't have too much obstacles in the brain, in the thoughts, And then you can directly come to the mind. Now, relaxing the mind means relaxing the actions of the mind. The greed, aversion, and delusion are the actions of the mind.
탐진치는 마음의 활동입니다.
Greed is the action of grasping.
탐욕은 무엇인가를 쥐려는 행동입니다.
Aversion is the action of pushing away. And delusion is the action of self-identification. And relaxing the mind means to relax from the greed, aversion, and delusion. And this is a direct path leading to jhana. You need to identify those phenomena outside the doors and what is inside the door. Everything that we can know by any means, by any sense organs, are outside the doors. And the knower is inside the doors. And the source of troubles comes from inside. Everything starts from these three kinds of actions. Greed, aversion, and delusion. And this is the core of our work in the meditation. If the mind don't have these actions, to stir up the body, then everything becomes easy. Now you just let go the body and then let go the brain. Thoughts are the actions, activities of the brain. They are also something outside. Relax the brain and stay at home. Allow the brain to release the repressed stress. And while you are knowing, stay at home. The feeling of breath is just a sign reminding us the present moment. So make sure that in every moment you are staying at home. The mind is staying at home with the breath. And don't interfere the relaxation of brain. Don't bother with the thoughts or any activities or feelings in the brain. Stay at home, breathe and wait. it takes some time for the brain to settle down. And we just wait and breathe. Stay still at home. If the brain can take rest without being interfered, it is easy to settle down the thoughts. And the only danger comes from the monkey mind. The only
원숭이와 같은 마음에서 옵니다.
the mind is so used to go outside. There is also always the want to go outside from the doors. And this is the power of sensual craving. So make sure that your mind is staying still at home. Don't interfere the brain. Then very soon the brain will relax. You always need to keep an eye on this monkey mind. And let it stay still in every breath. And you don't need to do anything on the brain, on the thoughts. They will settle down themselves. And with time passes by, the brain will become relaxed and feeling at ease. And with time passes by, the brain relaxes and feel at ease. The thoughts slow down and gradually stop. Then now you are safe to let go the brain. Just put it aside and let it relax itself. And now you can stay at home more at ease. Stay with the breathing. Feel every breath and be contained with every breath. Feel the present moment and be content with the present moment. Such contentment comes from the let go of wants. It happens naturally when the mind gives up actions. Especially the action of grasping.
특히 지려는 마음을 놓을 때 오게 됩니다.
And this is the relaxation of mind. The mind stays peacefully with the breathing without grasping. Just simply be with the breathing. You will feel even better when you feel the breath in the area of heart chakra. Be with the breath in this area. And every breath is full of content. And with accumulation of such feeling of content, the heart chakra will be softened and relaxed. And this is the nourishment of rapture. Happiness.
이것이 행복의 성장입니다.
But even such feeling of joy or happiness are something outside the door. You don't need to jump into it. You just stay at home and be content with the breath. Be content with the present moment. breathing is just a sign of present moment. So when your mind is staying with the breath, means that it is staying with it in the present moment. In every present moment, be content. And you will find that the heart chakra is becomes softened in correspondence. But you don't interfere with it. Just stay at home and breathe with satisfaction. When this mind doesn't interfere with the emotions, then the heart chakra is taking rest. The feeling of content is a neutral state. It is neutral in between the greed and aversion.
탐욕과 반감 사이에 있는 중립적인 상태입니다.
The greed means wants to have more. The aversion means the want to have less. But the feeling of content is feeling enough. It's feeling perfect. And only in this state, our heart chakra takes rest. It doesn't need to use energy to create warmth. And when it takes enough rest, it becomes joyful. it recharges. We just let it happen and don't interfere. Just stay at home and breathe. Be present. Be content. The feeling of content is the entrance to samadhi. The right samadhi is the pacification of sensual cravings.
감정적 쾌락을 약화시키는 상태를 말합니다.
It's the relaxation of the warmth to go out from the six doors. And together with the stillness of the body, now the body and mind becomes peaceful. When both inside and outside become peaceful, then they become one. And then the mind can let go of everything. It doesn't identify itself as anything. It knows, but without any attachment to anything. When it gives up grasping or identification, then it has no shape, no form. And things without form means no boundary. Once the mind identifies itself as anything, then it is the boundary, the limitation. And when it relaxes itself from such self-identification, then it becomes boundless. And such boundless awareness is like an ocean. And all the phenomena are part of the ocean. They are just the waves of the ocean. Including breathing. Breathing is also just a wave of the ocean. The breathing is happening in the mind. Now it is not in the front of the mind, but inside the mind, part of the mind. Because now the mind gives up the boundary of the 6 doors. And it realizes that actually things don't come from the doors, but happen inside the mind. All phenomena are the mind. It has no form, no shape, no identity. And every moment it arises with the breath and ceases with the breath. It is always changing, every moment. Always passing away, every moment. It is not permanent. It is just a flow. A flow of being.
그것은 하나의 흐름일 뿐입니다.
The mind is the phenomenon of being itself. It is the phenomenon of all existence. And there's nothing can be permanent, can be belong to us. It is nothing more than a forever passing away flow of being. It is never reliable. It is never safe. in every moment. The mind and the content it knows are passing away every moment. And nothing can be independent from such ever passing away. Because this is the phenomenon of existence itself. Let it go. Now let us transfer the merit in the mind. May this merit of the practice and worship the triple gem in the mind and may this mind grow in the triple gem. The Buddha is the highest enlightenment. The Dhamma,
깨달은 자입니다.
the Dhamma is the truth and path leading to this enlightenment. And the Sangha means the pure cultivation on this path.
승가는 이 길을 순수하게 개발하는 것입니다.
These three are the most precious gem in our mind. And may all sentient beings share one merit. And may they all grow in the triple gem. Okay, any question? And can you follow the guide? Can you follow the guidance? Okay. And can you feel the boundless mind? Boundless. Huh? Raise your hands. You're shy. You're shy. Okay, that's one hand. At least.
Boundless, what's the question?
Our mind is originally boundless. It is the attachment or the self-identification makes the boundaries. When we think that we are something, then we are limited to that thing. We have strong attachment to this body. Either the physical body or the mental body. Mental body means personality. So when we think that we are something, our physical body is like this, of this big, of this shape, then the mind is limited to this form. And when we think that we are the personality, I'm of this past, I'm of this characteristics, and the mind is limited to all these concepts. Such self-identification makes the limitation. And these are the boundaries of the mind. And when we cultivate the right samadhi, and we relaxes the wants or the actions of the mind,
원함을 이완시킬 것입니다.
As I said, greed, aversion, and delusion are the actions of the mind. And they are something can be relaxed. And meditation is relaxing these three. The right samadhi is not about concentration. But it's a relaxation or letting go of wants. Especially the sensual cravings.
감각적 쾌락, sensual craving은 감각적 쾌락을 놓아주는 마음입니다.
Sensual craving are the wants towards the objects, the sensual objects, the five sensual objects. And our physical body is created for this purpose. It is because of sensual craving, and then we are born in this physical body. It is because of the sensual craving, then we are born in this physical body.
우리의 감각적 쾌락 때문에 우리는 우리의 몸으로 태어나게 됩니다. 북도에서는 쾌락이 원함이 있으면 몸이 만들어진다고 이렇게 설명합니다.
And this is the biggest craving for the beings in the sensual world. The sensual world. in Buddhism, there's three realms of being, three worlds. One is essential, one is the form, and one is non-form, formless. Three worlds. Sensual, the sensual realm.
감각적인 세계라고 합니다.
Okay.
무슨 말인지.
잠깐만. 이게 내가 채널을 바꿔야 돼가지고.
의지인가? 의지를 얘기하는 거죠.
Second is
it's the first is the sensual realm. 그러니까 각각 영역과 세계, 그리고 두 번째는 이제 두 번째 뭐지?
형태?
The realm of forms.
아, realm of forms or realm without forms.
The third is formless. Okay. So now we can continue. So it is because of the wants that we are born in these three forms of being.
존재.
그래서 우리는 이런 것들을 원하기 때문에 이 세 가지 중에 하나로 태어납니다.
And with meditation, we can temporarily relax these wants. So it gives us a temporary enlightenment experience of the mind.
Enlightened.
깨달음.
And when we experience this, then we will understand the mechanism of mind and mechanism of being.
마음의 구조를 알 수 있습니다. 기제라고 할까요?
기제.
기제.
And these wants are the cause of sufferings. And when the mind relaxes these wants, it experiences a great joy. And in the Buddhist context, the Buddha described this as jhana.
산정.
And the Buddhist term jhana is different from the same term used in other religions. Because they are practicing this in different ways.
수행하기 때문입니다.
In other religions, in the religions other than Buddhism in India, their practice of jhana or samadhi is done by concentration on something, on the object. And actually, the Buddha also learned this before his enlightenment. But he found that this is not the way out. So he gave up meditation and go for the ascetic practice. Ascetic.
금욕주의적인 방법을.
Mm. But finally, he also failed to find the true liberation.
Liberation.
And finally, he recalled his memory when he was very young, about 7 years old. One time he sit under the tree and he feel bored with the world, with the beings, animals eating each other. He became bored with this, feeling enough with this.
무료함을 느끼고.
And at that time, his sensual craving subside.
Subside. 줄어들었습니다.
It is a natural letting go of the sensual craving. Then he experienced jhana. And when he recalled this memory, then he understand the difference between the different jhanas. So the right samadhi in Buddhism means the letting go of sensual cravings. In the scripture, it is said that when a bhikkhu let go the sensual craving and other unwholesome dhammas, then he entered first jhana. In the Buddhist scripture, the sutras, right? It is repeatedly saying that when a monk give up the sensual craving and other unwholesome mental states, then he entered the first jhana.
아, 1단계 선정을 초선정이라고 불러요. 초선정으로 들어갈 수 있다. 네, 그
And such way of description on the jhana is unique in the Indian religions.
선정에 대한 이런 묘사는 그 인도 종교와 어떻다고 그랬죠? 다르다고 했나요?
인도 종교의 특징입니다.
She is tired. Okay. So what I'm saying is about the right samadhi in Buddhism. It comes from the letting go of desires rather than the concentration of mental energy. And such experience of letting go wants and cravings give us the experience of liberation. Liberation.
자유?
해탈, 해탈, 해탈.
It gives us, it is the path of liberation. So that's why the Buddha appreciates jhana very much, and it's almost that the jhana is something leading directly to nibbana.
니르바나, 열반. 네.
And but those later people explained jhana in different ways. Especially the Visuddhimagga. Do you know Visuddhimagga? It's a Buddhist scripture, famous Buddhist scripture about almost redefined Buddhism.
경전을 얘기하는 것 같은데 이스티마카 경전.
Maybe you can search it later in the internet, right? With the marker. Yeah, I'm not sure I'm typing it spelling right or not. You can look at this, right? Or double D. I don't know.
개념?
아, 대념 적용.
Huh?
대념 적용? Is it right?
Yeah, Buddha got.
위스티마카. 오케이.
청정도론. 청정도론.
청정도론.
Double D. Double D. Okay. Because it is this book defines the jhana as kind of concentration. And it has very great influence to later people. So you can see a lot of translations to the word samadhi as concentration. But it is not the word of the Buddha. Okay. So any questions, feedbacks, or jhana is spelled like this. Yes. There's a question from Google Form. Dear Venerable, I have a question about meditation. How can I aware breathing in and breathing out naturally and easily? When I try to aware the breathing, I started to control it. Thank you very much. Okay. It's about how to let go the controlling mind. How to relax the monkey mind. Actually, the action of controlling the breath is the action of the mind. As I said, there are three kinds of actions of the mind: greed, aversion, and delusion. And when we try to control something, we are out of these three intentions, either out of craving or out of aversion. When we are resisting something, and we also try to control. Or when we are attached to something, we also try to control. But the common base of these two is the self-identification. So these three actions are the reason for us to control something, including the breath. So if we want to know the breathing easily, the most important work is to relax the walls, especially the sensual craving. So this is the crucial point of Buddhist jhana. When we are doing the meditation, the mind becomes one, not because of the concentration power, but because of the letting go of sensual cravings. Sensual cravings are the energy of pulling our mind apart from 6 directions. So when we give up such craving, give up such pulling energies, then the mind becomes one naturally, and it is effortless. So this is the way to solve the problem, is to relax the walls, relax the mind. Okay, translation. Okay. So any more questions? Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. It makes us relax even deeper. Let this body relax in the most efficient way. Because this is the most stable structure of the mind, of the body, and it is the it is the easiest way to maintain the posture. Okay. So there's another question from Nick Fong.
Yeah, that's from me, Ajahn. I said I can experience the formless, boundless mind, but it won't last long. It's only like 2 minutes, kind of, and then come back to the body. It became like form again. So my question is, shall we pursue the longer time of that status? Is that the longer the better? What's the benefit of like maintain longer time? Thank you.
Yes, you can train this. If you train more, then you'll be more skillful in maintaining such state. Maintaining such boundless or the state of emptiness is give us the precious experience of actually you are not your body. And so when we are in this state, it is also a training of relaxing the warmth, relaxing the attachment. And when we are more skillful with this, that means we are more skillful in relaxing the mind or letting go of the warmth. And this is more important than maintaining such meditation states. When we are staying in that state, the important point is not in the boundless or formless, but in the wantless mind. That's it. The wantless mind is the main point. Your mind is free from wants, and naturally it is boundless. But if you are concentrating on the boundless, then it is just a worldly jhana, a formless jhana. But if you put the emphasis on the wantless mind, and then this is more precious experience.
Okay.
Okay, Hisu.
안녕하세요. 저는 명상할 때나 평상시나 이렇게 마음이 몸을 따라가는 건지, 그러니까 몸이 마음이 따라가는 건지 그 부분에 대해서 이제 오늘 마음의 경계를 말씀해 주셔가지고, 그래서 그러니까 예를 들자면 제가 그러니까 명상을 할 때 다리가 아프면 그거에 이제 마음이 가잖아요. 그러니까 마음이 따라가는 거잖아요. 그러니까 이제 그런 부분에서 그러니까 마음의 경계가 없게 하기 위해서 이완을 그냥 그러니까 호흡적으로 그냥 이완을 이렇게 하는데 그 부분이 잘하고 있는 건지 잘 모르겠어요.
What's the reason that she's not sure it is good or bad? What's the reason?
그러니까 그 시작이 이제 마음에서 내가 몸을 끌고 오는 건지 아니면 몸이 먼저 일어나서 내가 마음을 그렇게 해서 하는 건지 그 부분이 이제 마음의 경계를 내려놓는 거 그걸 잘 몰라서 그런 것 같아요, 제가. 그 생각이 됐나?
Okay, I understand. At the beginning, it is difficult, if not impossible, to let the mind be boundless. So we need to settle down everything first. We need to settle down the 5 hindrances, right? Before we can let the mind free. If there are still 5 hindrances, the mind cannot be boundless. It is imprisoned in the 5 hindrances. So in the earlier stage, we need to settle down the 5 hindrances to relax the brain, to relax the heart chakra, and then after that, we can let the mind be free. The 5 hindrances, Wu-Zhang. Okay. Okay, and that's why at the beginning we just to settle the mind at the middle, at home. So let it be still, and then later then we can break the boundaries. When the mind is staying at home, that means it doesn't interfere with all the sensual objects from the 6 senses. So just stay still there, and then when the 5 hindrances subside, then the mind can set free. Okay. Any more questions?
Can I ask one question? Apart from, okay.
I find myself addicted to stream of videos. It's so easy to get access to easy doba, and I was very hard to find the subtle beauty or pleasure in meditation. There is always so much pain. I don't know how to deal with it. It was so strong.
So you need to have some presets to stop yourself from touching those machines. This is the easiest way to solve the problem. Yes. No, it's the easiest. It solves the problem directly. And actually, it doesn't take long. About 3 or 4 days or 1 or 2 weeks, then you'll be get used to the new way of life. So it is necessary to train our ability to say no to those to these things. You say easy dopamine. So we can look for the other sources of dopamine. We can look it from meditation. And if you when you stop yourself from too much sensual pleasures, then you also need to have another way out for your mind, and not simply just lock yourself from you can't do this, you can't do that, but also you give a solution or substitute for the mind. Here is more happy. Here is much more happier. And when the mind feels this, then you will change the interest.
It sounds still very hard.
And unless you have enough wisdom, and you can break through the delusion of sensual craving. Otherwise, it's just simply cut it off. It's the easiest way, or at least reduce it, reduce the amount. Otherwise, you will go crazy.
The environment is toxic. I mean, it's so easy to get access to it.
Yes.
You might want to reply something, but you suddenly start to watch TikToks or something else. It's very so easy to be like that.
So it depends on our mental power, your willpower, or maybe you need sometimes like a meditation camp. When you go into a meditation camp, then it provides the environment for you to be free from it, and at least for several days, then you build up the new habits.
Maybe.
Maybe you can set yourself a mobile phone holiday. Maybe in every Sunday, you can switch off the phone and have a 1-day retreat at home. So you try to challenge it, try to say no to it, then you build up the power.
Thank you.
And if you feel it difficult to observe the precepts, then there are some preliminary steps for you to practice. One is to look for a good friends. Good friends means Dhamma friends. For those good friends, they will, when you stay with them, you will not discuss things in the TikTok, but you discuss Dhamma. So when you spend more time with these good friends, then it will gradually change your way of thinking. And the second is about dana. When you do something, you try to sacrifice your time to do something for other people. When you spend more time on this, then you will find a happiness from doing this. And it is different from the kind of happiness from the mobile phone. Then it may make you think about which one is better, and may rebuild your values. So these are the two ways you can try. Because what we think and what we speak are the food of the mind, are the food for the habits in our mind. So if we choose the good food, then it will be favorable for us to build up good habits. If we give the bad food for the mind, then there are only the bad habits. So if you still cannot directly change the habit, then try to change the food. Okay. So no more questions? Okay, then good night.